Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into the always informative, always entertaining, the Boxing Authorities. Joining me at the desk, as always, Mr. Luther Dupree Jr., Mr. Smoking Jim Frazier, who is really worrying me, and my name is Claudio Relsano. Big fight, Luther. Big Baby Anderson defeats Prince Charles Martin in a competitive fight, more competitive than I think you thought.
Yeah. You know what? Big Baby, I think he was going to be the next American heavyweight. I still think so. He dropped Charles Martin early with a nice overhand right. So he showed heart, but Charles Martin hurt him a number of times. Charles Martin showed more heart than I've seen in his whole career. We saw
And more talent, too?
More heart. He still was kind of sloppy, but he showed more power and more heart because Big Baby hit him with some shots. But again, it was a hometown fight. Big Baby still went to southpaw a little bit, and he took some shots I don't think he needed to take. His head was on the line. He wasn't moving much. And I did see more flaws because he fought a better opponent this time. As I was tell Jim about Richard Torres, when you step up in competition, we see more and more of your flaws. Definitely some things he has to work on. He pulls straight back, and you can get him. You can hit him with an overhand right. But he showed heart. He was able to get his composure after taking some big shots from a former champion. I'm still on the bandwagon. I still think Big Baby can be the next American heavyweight champ, but he has some things he has to work on.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yes, sir.
Next American heavyweight champ. When Fury and Wilder retire?
They're almost out now. When's the last time either guy fought? Did they retire already? I mean, no. Wilder's trying to get a fight, and Fury, he's avoiding fights. But yes, I think they only have 1 or 2 more years left, and Big Baby's right in line. I don't see any of these younger guys on a much better level than him, and I think he can beat them all.
All I'm going to say is this. Look, I don't have a lot.
Yeah. You've been going to the casino with Jim, I see.
All right, Jim, your thoughts on the fight. And Big Baby Anderson.
Is that a new notebook? You're at the very beginning of that one. You threw that other trash away?
Maybe it's better content.
That's the third page.
Maybe it's better content this time.
Let's hope.
Do you think more of Big Baby now, less?
He never thought good of Big Baby.
Well, I guess all that sparring with Fury didn't help. Hey, listen, like you always say, Claudio, some guys is better before the national anthem.
Right.
Hey, listen, I said before the fight last week, I took a lot of heat when I said he's the next Riddick Bowe. Everybody jumped on me. Hey,
Riddick Bowe was a champ.
Riddick Bowe was a great fighter, but he was doing the things that Big Baby started doing. Riddick Bowe was an undefeated fighter. He only lost 1 fight, but he started talking. I don't like boxing. I want to go into the Marines. I want to do this. I want to do that. Big Baby now is starting to talk that stuff. You know, he want to quit. You know, when Mike Tyson came out, I'm the baddest man on the planet.
Right.
Buster Douglas beat him. You know, when
he started partying. You mean he started partying?
When Wilder started talking that I could beat Mike Tyson, I'm the hardest puncher that ever, got to be champ. He lost 3 times to Fury.
No, he
so
didn't. That's
now,
he didn't.
Now Big Baby,
he got cheated by Fury.
This is a guy that's coming in there. He didn't play no sports in high school, but he's coming in with the band, high school band.
The Bulldog.
I thought it was Aliquippa's band, 15-member band. Hey, listen, I don't know what the guy was rapping. And then, you know what I mean? And then he's lucky that Martin was out of shape or he had knocked him out. But some things that I seen, Luther, that you might have noticed. Number one, Big Baby ain't 6'4", 6'5". He about 6'3", 6'2".
Okay.
He's short.
Very good.
Number two, this guy, he got to work on his defense. He kept leaning back.
Going straight back, you're right.
And that's not what you want to do with these big heavyweights that's 6'6", 6'7".
With the reach.
With the reach. So, and the third thing is my Russian.
Yeah, we're going to
would have knocked out both of them that night. He knocked out both of them.
Did he look? So you thought he looked great in that fight?
Well, who didn't?
Yeah, well, no, we're definitely going to get to Makmudov.
He beat Big Baby that day.
You have some guys that you talked about early. You got to give Jim credit on Makmudov. As far as Big Baby is concerned.
He fought a guy who never
He was undefeated.
Undefeated.
As far
his
as
first round, he didn't have any balance.
As
Come
far
on, he
as
went in there
Big
like
Baby,
leather pants.
like
wobbly. Come on, man.
What I liked about Big Baby is because and Luther accuses me of marinating. Now, no more
you
marinating with Big Baby because he showed he had heart.
Yeah.
He showed he could take a punch from a knockout artist, a guy who's a former heavyweight champ. He didn't. I don't think he was tired. I think he was in good shape. He wasn't all. I almost said something I shouldn't, like a bad word. He wasn't all. He wasn't shot.
No.
Okay.
No.
He was good. And he was tested. And he passed the test.
He did.
Okay.
He did,
And Prince Charles hit him.
absolutely.
He banged him. Now, are there holes in his game?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Offensively, is he a big knockout guy? I mean, Charles wasn't known for a great chin.
No.
But I'm not going to say.
He had Charles Martin on the back foot more than I've ever seen Charles Martin. So he must have some pop on there.
Yeah, but I'm still going to label him. I'm still going to call him a boxer puncher. Okay, Lennox Lewis was a boxer puncher who could box and knock you out. But I'm not going to put him on that level by no means. But he showed improvement. Enough so, and we are going to get to it later, that he did move up in my rankings. And I think it's time for him to go for the big dogs now.
Well, did you see?
Thank you, Claudio. Finally, you see the
I have
light.
to see.
We'll take that out of the tape. I don't think Claudio meant to say that. But
No,
did you
that's
guys
exactly what he
see
said.
after the fight, after all the interviews, he go back in his mama's arms and cry in the locker room?
Oh, wait a minute, I got to say something. Wait a minute. Anybody who knows me,
That was his hometown fight.
anybody
a big
who
fight.
knows me knows I love pets. Love pets. But damn.
Oh my
Damn!
goodness! Yeah, I forgot
Every
about
5
that.
minutes,
I
that damn
forgot
dog,
about
and that dog was just sitting there. I mean, I love pets. I mean, I get emotional about pets. That's why I can't have a pet. My daughter's the same way. But he got more coverage.
Hey, what did you used to always say that they told Joe Louis, when you lose, only one's going to show up in your locker room. I didn't see Stevenson in that locker room after the fight. Did you lose?
Or the dog.
Yeah,
Or the dog.
He was there. They were
Or the dog.
Man. They didn't abandon.
Am I wrong, though, that every damn 5 minutes, even Mark Kriegel, well, yeah, he's got a good jab, but that dog is, oh, yeah, what the hell? You know what I mean?
He cried on his mama's lap, sucking his thumb. Come on, Lou. Come on, man.
What's wrong with the man having love for his
Did
mama?
Rocky
You were
Marciano-
mama's boy.
did Rocky
I thought that
Mar-
would mean
Yeah, I am a
you are
mama's
mama's
boy.
boy.
Did
You
Rocky,
were doing the same thing.
did Rocky Marciano and Muhammad Ali ever do that?
Yeah,
Come
but
on,
I saw
he's a
you. I
mama.
saw a picture of you doing it after a game. Mama.
You are Big Baby Anderson's manager, promoter. What's next?
Listen, he beat Charles Martin. I'm looking at somebody in the top 5, top 10. And Michael Hunter is available. Andy Ruiz, I think, is available.
Is Ruiz going to fight?
I don't know. He won't fight Wilder. He may fight somebody else, but he won't fight
You know,
Wilder.
he fought last August or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing.
Can I ask you a question,
Yeah.
Lou? Because you're black.
Am I? Are you black?
And you ain't got a near bag under your eye. Martin's 37 with them bags under his eye. Come on, how old is he for real, Luke? Oh, come on,
He
man.
notices the
There ain't no
rips,
way
the
that
bag.
boy 37.
Listen, he was up all night worried about Big Baby.
I
Come
see.
on, Jim.
I see.
Now
You
Michael
act like
Hunter.
he's Frank Sanchez. Who looks older, Martin or Frank
Oh, don't even-
Sanchez?
yeah.
Frank Sanchez looks older
No
than
doubt,
him,
no doubt.
and he's supposed to be in his 20s.
No doubt.
Come on, man.
But real quick before you said top 5, the fact that Martin took this on short notice
Yeah.
and
11
gave
days.
him a
11
run.
days.
Does that worry you?
He was working. No,
Does that worry
no.
you?
I mean, listen, Charles Martin is a veteran. 26 knockouts, and he has skills. I've never seen him on a back foot that much. I've never seen him show that much heart to get knocked down and come back. I was impressed. I was
He
impressed.
don't have no 26.
He has 26 knockouts,
He
Jim.
got 23 knockouts.
26 knockouts.
So what would you do if you're Big Baby's manager? Would you fight somebody in the top 5?
If I'm Big Baby's manager,
Yeah.
I'm trading him in for Torres.
Come on, guys. Richard Torres.
I'm
baseball
trading him in.
trade.
Hey, listen.
Nobody even knows
I
Torres
can't listen.
yet.
This is a guy. First of all, you know what I mean. Maybe Mount Lebanon is
For this guy,
about.
you're trading for that guy.
Mount
Come
Lebanon,
on,
Mount
man.
Lebanon is about as rough as Toledo. I grew up in a tough Toledo.
And he
I ain't
lives
never
in
heard
Houston.
that. Huh?
He lives in
Yeah,
Houston.
he lives
He's
in
talking about
Houston
Toledo.
now.
He lives in Houston.
His brother put gum under his desk and got 20 years.
Stop, Jim. Oh.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. I mean, this is a guy, man. Listen, now they want to retire. When you start thinking, Chuck Noll used to
He
say,
said 4 years. He's
right.
planning.
you start thinking about
Very good.
retirement,
He said
you're
you've
already
already
retired.
retired.
That's
No,
right.
Very good.
He said in 4 years, 26, 27, he wants to be out of the sport.
Well, it looked like he was out Saturday.
He quit Saturday. Now, Jim's boy from day one, okay, Arslanik Makmudov, who is now 17-0 with 16 knockouts. Sometimes it's not that you won, it's how you won. Luther, your thoughts on that fight?
Listen, man, he's fighting a guy, Rafael Acapulco, whatever his name is. I've never seen him before. It looks like he's never stepped foot in the ring before. He came in wobbling.
He's undefeated.
Leading. Yeah, Makmudov did what he needed to do, but he's still, look, he's holding a good jab.
I didn't like the holding stuff
Yeah,
like that.
it's a
That
sloppy fight.
referee was a pain.
Listen,
But go ahead.
because they're doing so much holding, you got to get in there and stop it. I mean, look at this guy. No defense. Just a sit and duck. One arm on the rope. Just leave your face open. Come on, man. This guy was bad. He was a former football player. He looked like a football player who's never been in the ring. Look at this. Leave yourself wide open. Watch this clean uppercut coming in. I mean, this guy's off balance, feet spread apart, just looking for a place to lie down.
He ain't got nothing good to say
Listen,
about him.
Makmudov has skills, but he needs to define some of it. He's 34.
Yes, he does need to define. Young 34, but yes, he does need to
You
define.
say young, I don't know. I didn't see a whole lot. I saw a lot of power, and I saw he was in against a guy, looked like he was just fresh off the boat, never stepped foot in the ring before. Nice win, but can we get him some competition?
Well, he had
that was embarrassing.
Big Baby
no,
that night.
No,
That night.
he would have got knocked out by Big Baby.
question.
He had no defense. He didn't need defense.
didn't need it.
Hands wide open, just throwing uppercuts.
When you do
grabbing.
that, you know the other guy can't hit you. and
Exactly,
you're not
like
worried about it.
Torres. That's like Torres, wide open. You're just throwing hooks. No jab. I didn't see a good
Why are
jab.
we talking about Torres? Oh no, he's got 3 fights.
Well, he said
What is that?
he's top 5 in the heavyweights.
Oh, we're going to do our heavyweight rankings. Stacey. I
Makmudov
can't
did what
wait.
he should have done. He destroyed a C-D level guy. Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
Now-
Step up your competition.
Now you're black, right? Now, Makmudov, should he have fought somebody better than that guy?
Well, you can't get better than the undefeated guy.
But
Come
you know
on,
him.
man.
But you ever hear him before?
Yes.
No, you
No,
in
you
football maybe.
Yeah,
He was he would play for University of Miami. That's
He
it.
watched
most
what
of his
fight?
fights.
He didn't watch most of his fights.
His fights didn't even make national TV.
All
I
I got
found one
to
on the
say-
internet.
Oh, did you?
All I got to say
One.
is, I feel bad because before the fight, Makmudov fired his chiropractor because he cracks his own neck.
I
He
know,
don't
I seen
need-
that.
He don't need.
I seen that. I
He
seen
don't
that.
need
Yeah,
He does
yeah.
the whole
no
fight. I'm
chiropractor.
like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
He's
But,
like Jim
hey,
back there.
Hey, listen, this is like you guys talked about before. Lennox Lewis, he wouldn't be champ in this era.
Oh,
This is
stop.
the
Come
greatest
on, man.
era
He
of
would
heavyweight boxing.
There's
Like you
nobody.
said,
There's
it's
nobody fighting
interesting.
now. There's
It's
nobody fighting
interesting
now that I
No.
think would beat Lennox
No.
Lewis.
Well,
Lennox Lewis
there
beats all
was
of those
two-
guys.
There was 2 bums, including your cousin, that knocked him out.
So he got caught. They were big guys.
Did
that got
Rocky
caught.
get caught?
And what happened?
Did Ali get caught?
What happened when the rematch? He
I don't know.
completely
They was
not even
bums.
close.
They
Not
was
even
bums like your cousin.
Hey, my cousin wasn't a bum.
Was he at the family reunion?
He wasn't at this one.
He was
Was he
crying.
invited?
He'll be at the next
Was
one.
he invited?
He was
No, it was a
crying.
different
He was
side.
crying like Big Baby only during the fight.
I disagree. We won't go off topic. Lennox Lewis got caught. What do you always say? Anybody? And those guys were hitters. It isn't like they were,
Did Rocky get caught?
He got knocked down a couple. He got hit.
Did he
Yes.
get knocked out? Did he
No.
get up? Did he
Yeah,
get up?
he got up. But
Chill.
Lennox got
Guys
caught.
get
Those-
caught. These are big heavyweight guys that can punch, and he got caught with a shot
Did
he didn't
Muhammad
see.
Ali get caught?
Sure.
He got dropped.
And he got up.
Did
got
he ever
dropped.
get knocked? I mean, did he ever lay? Did he ever lay down
Chill,
for
we're
Richard
not-
Dunn?
we just-
Did he lay down? For
Now,
Richard
if Dunn would have knocked him down, then I'll complain
Well,
about it.
those
But
guys are
Frazier,
done.
Joe Frazier,
The 2 guys that knocked
did
him out
Foreman
was
knock him
Richard Dunn.
Jim.
No. Oh, that with Chuck Whitner.
We're
that
not
time
going
in,
to we're not going to disrespect Ali.
No,
on this
no.
one, man. Come
Okay.
on, man.
Now,
I'm saying
let's
all
say
of
this.
them they call All of them are
but he can
McCall.
Stop talking about my cousin, man. All of them are called,
Yeah,
went
they-
in there, and he fought. Who's ever seen a man with mental health crying in the ring, and Lennox was hitting him with shots? He still was in there.
Yeah,
I mean, he was a tough guy.
I wonder what they shot him up with.
Now, Makmudov, what stood out to me, yes, he's
Sloppy.
We'll mention, right. Lennox was never sloppy, ever. That's why I see he was a good boxer puncher. Yes, Makmudov is sloppy, and he could get caught. He's with somebody with some skills. But let's just talk about this fight. What stood out to me was there was a hole in that guy. It was a hole in his game, which was what? The uppercut. And Makmudov kept banging him with the uppercut. Who's the guy that we talk about all the time who can't
Mike
get...
Tyson.
No.
Dillian White.
Dillian White.
Dillian
Who
White.
killed Dillian White. Okay. But that's what I'd go after. But Makmudov, right away, which shows me some boxing IQ. All right? He can hit. Now, we still don't know what kind of chin he has, really. I want to see, that's why with Big Baby, I didn't go crazy. I want to see him get taken, tested.
Deep
And he got
waters.
deep
Yeah,
waters.
deep
And he
waters.
got tested from Prince Charles Martin. I'm good with him now. Now I say, okay, go fight some of the big dogs. Makmudov, not just yet. Although
He can't keep fighting these Uber
no.
drivers.
Now,
come
but
on,
now I'm
man.
afraid
That's
because I do
ridiculous.
like Makmudov, but I'm afraid what they're going to do with him now. You got Big Baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they
Serve,
both.
see it. I would
serve,
love to
serve
see
him
that.
up.
It'd be a hell of a card. It'd be a nice.
If he fought him, 27 would come sooner than anybody thought.
So you're saying right
He
now.
would retire
So you're
after
saying
that.
right now you would put money on Makmudov beating Big Baby if they fight next.
After I seen him crying with Roy Jones. Roy's like Joe Louis. He can't get nothing right. If Roy give you like me, you got the talent. He's crying. Get out of here, Roy. That's why I know he ain't going nowhere now. Roy done put
Roy was trying to give
Like
him
you get with
knowledge.
that guy who he cut Roy, with the guy who cracked his eye socket. He said all those nice things about him. He was, what the hell was his name? Remember he fired Roy?
Oh yeah, the young boy, Michael Hunter.
Yes.
Michael.
Cop. No.
No, not Michael Hunter, but
I forgot, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know, yeah.
But anyway, no, you're right. But I will say this: what do they say in boxing all the time? Styles make fights. I think, but Anderson can take a hit. Now I don't know if he
got a
can
chin.
take Makmudov's hit.
No, he can't.
But if Anderson is smart, he'll box him. He's not going to stand there like that other guy and get caught. I think this style would be wrong for Makmudov. And we are going to get to something, and I'm going to upset him later. Like I said, we're going to have that segment, Upset Luther. But I don't think he should fight Big Baby. I would like to see him fight a Michael Hunter or somebody along those lines, Makmudov, and I think he's going to win. But I'll say this before we go to our
he's
next
34.
topic.
He needs to get those big fights
Yes,
immediately.
hurry up.
He,
But I'm with-
he got the one thing you need to be a heavyweight. You got to love to knock out black fighters, and he loves it.
But I'm going to say something that he's not going to like, and Luther will get it. After seeing this fight again with Big Baby, I'm still going to say the same thing. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder have separated themselves. I don't know if they separated themselves or these guys separated themselves from them. But I don't think anybody beats. If Big Baby fought Tyson Fury or Wilder right now, does he beat him, yes or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
Hey,
so.
all right, you.
Wilder could never. If Wilder was in his
Jim.
prime, he couldn't win a championship in this era.
He is in this era.
No, he's finished, man.
How about Fury? Does he beat Big Baby?
Who? Fury's the greatest to ever put on gloves.
All right, Jim.
Better than
And he
Marciano,
won't fight.
Better than
All right,
Cassius
Jim.
Clay,
All
better than all these.
Here, delusional Jim is back on the show.
My opinion.
When we come back, Savannah Marshall and Cruz. We're going to talk about Canelo, Charlo, which Charlo, and of course, mailbag. So come on back to the Boxing Authorities. Welcome back to the Boxing Authorities. A big fight. Savannah Marshall defeats Franchon Dezern Cruz for the super middleweight title. Luther, your thoughts on the fight?
It went exactly the way I thought it would go. Savannah Marshall, Franchon Dezern Cruz. Good fight. Majority decision for Savannah Marshall. You know, same style. She was big in there. She's catching her with an overhand right. And Cruz, she's 40. She's a little over the hill, I think. It might be time for her to hang it up. But she took some good shots, and she landed some good shots of her own. High-level women's boxing. Women's boxing is on the rise. but I just think the overhand right in Savannah Marshall's power was too good. It's good to see that she came through after taking that beating from Clarissa Shields. Also glad that they didn't have to throw Cruz's wig into the crowd this time. But Savannah was catching her a lot. It was
Can
an
I
exciting
ask you
fight.
real quick since this is on? Do you think that Marshall fights like a 5'7" person?
She does lean low a lot, yes.
Okay.
And I think if she fights Sadeza Green, who's a power puncher in her division, it could be trouble because she, like you said, she drops her head. Great point. And that's what Clarissa Shields, she was dropping her head, the jab, and the right was catching her with Shields. But you're right, she does fight way too small. Doesn't use her height enough.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Now this is on, okay? And this is no offense to anything. I'm just saying how things evolve. In my opinion, these girls are so much better mechanically / technically. Them too.
They're skilled. They're skilled.
Jim, they weren't going.
Skilled.
They weren't. Hey, let me ask you this because you'll give me the right answer. Did they look better mechanically and technically than Makmudov did, and the guy he fought?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, the guy Makmudov
You just
fought
said the
Rafael.
girl fight like she 5'7".
No,
I
she
meant
gives up her height. She
Look,
gives
I'm
up
talking
her
about the
height.
jab. I'm talking about they
Yes.
look good.
Right, you saw the jab.
They were tight.
Right, you saw the 1-2. You saw combinations, overhand right. You saw
They
head
weren't
movement.
sloppy, is
Right,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that fight was technically better than
Makmudov
and that Rafael.
Yeah.
Acapulco.
Do you agree with that?
Back in the day, this would have been a preliminary fight on a women's card.
Listen, all I know was that the house was full. They sold that arena out in the UK.
that's okay.
It was sold out, and the crowd was in it, and I enjoyed
Bruno
the fight.
Sammartino is no longer
Jim,
wrestling.
we're not
but
talking
the
wrestling.
place is still full. And they ain't even got good wrestlers right now.
point.
Right now, this is the worst era for wrestling I've ever seen. And they
point.
sell out everywhere
We
they
ain't
go.
talking about
Good
wrestling.
point.
Can we stay
I'm
on the
just
topic?
saying, you're
This
talking about it's full.
But it wasn't
Ed
always full.
Sheeran came to
Oh, no. My daughter went to that concert. I got stuck in traffic.
Me too, brother. I'm like,
you went to
I
the
ain't even-
concert?
No, I got
He was at
stuck
the
in
casino.
traffic.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
Yeah.
who's Ed Sheeran?
They made
I
us
don't
go to
even
the
know who he is.
casino and turn back.
Oh,
You know I
yeah.
was mad because you know I leave early.
Yeah,
I didn't go to the concert, but I leave every event. You're like I don't leave this show early.
I had to Google what was going on at the Acra Shore. I was backed up all the way to Monroeville.
Packed. And then they
And
made
I
us go
never
through
even
the
heard of him. You heard of the guy?
Through my daughter. I don't know who he
Wow.
is.
Did
Well, he might be fighting Big Baby Anderson
Did
next.
anybody sell those tickets to Beyonce?
Woo! That was a good dig. That was good. I got to say that. But Richard Torres is fighting Ed Sheeran next. So he may as well. All right, go ahead.
Well, first of all, listen. I hope that Cruz was able to bring her grandkids to the fight. I mean, this is getting outrageous. Like I said before, she's a better singer than anything. I think she sung the anthem, right? She sung that. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Even Carl Lewis didn't sing the anthem before he ran
Roy
the
Jones
100.
played hoops. Before
Yeah,
he fought
that is true.
Lucas.
That is true.
Before he
Good
fought
point.
a future champion.
That's a good point. But hey, listen, you got Savannah Marshall's not as good as I thought she was.
I thought she looked good this
Yeah,
fight, Jim.
She's a solid fighter,
she's
Jim.
fighting grandma. She fighting grandma.
Who's a champ?
She
She
fighting
was the
granny.
undisputed champ.
She fighting granny.
She was
Clampett.
she was the undisputed champ. Despite her age, she did enough to win all the belts and collect all the belts.
And she went
Savannah
to a better
Marshall.
wig maker this time. Listen, I'm disappointed. Like I said, you cannot. Most people, other than Luther, that studies up on this stuff, most people can't name 10 women in all weight classes.
Name the Christy Martin era people besides Christy Martin.
Yes, I can do it. I can ramble
Without
on,
going
but
through that notebook.
But I'm not going to waste the time.
Can you?
Away from?
From that era?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I could get
Yeah.
to 4, and that's it.
Well,
Christy Martin,
name
Layla.
me 10 welterweights from that era. There we go. There we go.
Listen,
There we go.
listen,
You got
we
to
can
think
do that.
about. You got to prepare. You got to prepare.
But you're the one who's
Did
talking
they have-
about
let me
that
ask
era
you
was
this,
so
'cause
great
you-
back
It was
then.
better
You should be able
than
to
this.
spit it
I just
out.
said it was better than
Besides
this.
Christy Martin, Did anybody sell out arenas like they do now?
Layla Ali.
But I'm talking about as a whole.
But no.
There's more sellouts now.
Right.
The
in
women was burning their bras back then. Y'all want them
And
to sell?
goals.
Hey, they got to fight. They didn't get the right to vote till what year? I mean, come
Jim,
on, man.
what era are
I'm
you
just
in, Jim?
saying.
What is he talking about?
Are there more sellouts now in female boxing than was then?
Well, that's
Yes.
not an indication.
Yes, it
that's
is.
not an indication. I mean, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier had 300 million pay-per-views.
Well, you can't compare
But
that.
listen,
So,
they're
I mean, you
selling
can't
out.
compare.
Listen, they're headlining cards in the UK, even here, selling out Madison Square Garden.
That'll never
that
happen
didn't
again.
happen.
Madison Square
It
Garden
happened
don't want 'em.
already.
They don't
It'll
want them
happen
back.
again.
They don't want them back.
Stop. Don't
They
do it
don't want 'em
again and
back.
sell it out.
They don't want
It was
'em
a
back.
sellout. Listen, Christy Martin was in an undercard on a lot of Tyson fights.
Tyson fights, yeah.
Ali.
Who's the
undercards.
American wrestling champ? You can't name it, but they sell out.
The what?
The what?
Tyson Fury. I mean, not Tyson Fury. Austin Fury is the heavyweight American champion for wrestling. He sells out everywhere he goes. But
In the
you don't
WWE?
know
You
it.
talking about WWE?
In WWE.
Because it's not because of him.
A-Town
It's the
down.
WWE.
It's not
It's not
it's
just
not
him.
him, right.
They have 15
Right.
cards on there,
Right.
and it's
When
the
Bruno
WWE
fought,
brand.
it was him because the undercard.
187 sellouts for Madison Square
It was
Garden,
him.
Bruno.
But
It was
now,
him.
but when Backlund took over, if you remember, they would load the card up, so it
Yeah.
was the
Exactly.
card,
Yeah.
not Backlund.
Exactly.
And that's what.
And that's what WWE, they load the
Right.
card up, Jim. Come on.
Okay, now we're gonna upset Luther here in a minute. Canelo, Charlo, but not what? Which one?
It's
Not
just
Jamal.
Jamal is
Okay.
the one, but he's having a lot of personal issues and
So is Jim,
injuries.
but he's still here.
Him and
his
Jim
belt.
got a lot in common.
Strip his belt.
Can I say something? Can I lead off on this one?
Yes,
Please
sir.
do.
Please.
Please do.
Canelo is not nowhere near the greatest fighter in the world,
Top five
but
ever.
no, in my opinion, after this signing, the best promotional team in the history of boxing. I'll tell you why. He's fighting a name that's way how many pounds?
154, two weight classes.
Two
up.
weight classes
Like
up.
Marvin
It's
Hagler
gonna
used to do.
When did Hagler do it?
Everybody he
He
fought
didn't-
was two weight classes lower.
Not Marvin.
Where did-
And Antifermo was the same
Where
thing.
did Hearns come from? Where did Sugar Ray
Oh, but
Leonard come
Hearns
from?
was a
Where
big
did
man.
Durant
Hearns
come
had to
They
from?
weren't-
starve
they weren't
himself to
going
get
down.
Oh, here
They
we
moved
go.
up,
There
stop.
we
Come
go.
on.
They
You-
moved up
you
two
just
weight
wanna-
classes.
Just like you always crowbar Buster, he always crowbars a dig at Marvin.
He did. Wait, he
Marvelous
threw a dig
Marvin
at
Hagler.
Beyonce. Now Hagler.
Yeah, oh,
okay,
man.
but
As
here's
long-
my thing. This is going to sell a lot of pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, in my opinion, it's not a real huge risky fight for Canelo. I mean, I think it'll be nice.
Charlo can fight. This guy is a warrior.
But that's why they
He
have weight
stays in
classes,
shape.
Luther.
Listen, but you know what? Physically, he can get up. Did you see pictures of Jamal Charlo? He looks good at 168.
He just
He's
looks
gonna
gone.
look good.
I mean, I'm sorry. Right.
We're not looking at guys with their shirt off.
I'm just
They
saying.
look at bags under their eyes, though.
Right.
But what I'm saying is this. This is why I think it's such an incredibly smart move. Luther always says, what do you say? He cherry picks. And in a sense, this is a cherry pick with a name. This is almost like,
I kind of give him a pass on this.
Thank you.
wow.
Remember, just because he was scheduled to fight Jamal Charlo, that should have been David Benavidez. If he's coming over to PBC, the first fight should have been David Benavidez. You know I feel that way. But the fact that he was finally going to fight a Charlo, and Jamal couldn't do it, his brother stepped up, I give him a lot of respect. Jamal Charlo is a warrior, and he's going to bring it to Canelo.
okay, it'll be a nice fight, but I still say this is a less risk of a fight than fighting his brother or Benavidez.
You're right.
And
You're
it's
right.
a named fighter that is going to do great numbers, and he should win. He's heavier. You know how his punch will go down. Canelo. Well, he's not losing a whole lot of weight for this fight, but this I might say,
I think he's at 168, right? He's
does
at
Charlo's punch
168.
go up? Does his speed go up?
I think his speed is going to be there.
Does his chin go up?
They're going to do a catch weight. They'll do a catch weight.
I think it's going to be
But
168.
regardless, I think
Either way,
this is
he's
a
coming up two
fantastic.
classes.
This is a fantastic promotional move from Canelo's team. It's smart. It's safer. I'm not saying it's safe, but it's safer than fighting Bivol. It's much safer than fighting Benavidez or even Morrell. Okay, this is a very intelligent. I know Luther and I differ in the sense that he looks at it through a fan's glasses. I look at it as a business sense, and I think this is a fantastic move. It's going to make a hell of a lot of money for Canelo, and I like it. Go on.
Continue to carry boxer, like you said.
I don't know about carrying
He's no
boxing,
longer the
but
face
go
of
ahead,
boxing.
your thoughts
in
on
my
this
opinion.
fight?
It's Tank Davis. even though he's in jail right now. Tank Davis is the face of boxing.
Your thoughts on this fight?
This fight, I think it's going to be very competitive. It's going to be interesting if Jamel could take the body work from Canelo. I think Canelo's going to go to the body. I think it goes 12. Can he get a decision against Canelo? It's going to be
Is
tough.
that bad that it goes 12? Because Canelo's the heavier guy who fought light heavyweight.
He just struggled with John Ryder. So I expected to go 12. I don't expect a knockout in this fight. I think both of them will be able to take the punishment. It's going 12.
And the two weight classes don't bother you?
No, because Jermell Charlo, I think he can fight at 160 or 168. Okay. He's that type of athlete, and he has that type of size. 12 rounds, but I think it's going to be hard to get a decision over Canelo. Plus, he signed a 3-fight deal. If he comes and loses the first one, I don't know.
And this is a no risk for Charlo because if he loses, well, look who I lost to. Look at the name, look at the weight class. If Canelo loses,
he's daring to be great. You know, his brother couldn't do it. He says, "I'll step up 168. Let's do it."
But again, you agree that this is a great management movement by Canelo's team. You disagree a little bit.
3 fights over 100 million. Yes, it's a great move. And the fact that he's getting a guy to move up 2 weight classes, it's great.
They're getting a bargain at 100 million.
DAZN was happy to let him go.
Good business move.
They didn't fight to keep him.
Well,
I didn't see DAZN fight to keep him.
That's right. You're right. I didn't think of that.
Well, again, the blueprint was already laid down by Marvin Hagler that made a career out of grabbing little guys and bringing them up. Listen, Canelo's going to make this guy quit in there. There's no doubt in my mind.
He's never quit. He's never quit.
I see it from day one. Everybody got on me. I said the Charlo brothers should fight. What's the requirement?
Jim, come on,
wait a
man,
minute. What's the requirements?
Craziness,
What's the requirements for brothers to fight? Bad blood. There's
not bad blood. He's
mental
stepping in for his brother.
Mental illness. We got that.
Oh, come on, Jim.
We got that. We got everything you need to have the brothers
Jim,
fight.
all right, that's
There's
not
no
going to happen.
reason.
They're never fighting.
Why?
We saw on the podcast. Mel Charlo said I wouldn't fight him unless I got 500 million guaranteed. So that's not going to happen.
Well, first of all, this other guy.
Who's the other guy?
That ain't fought in 2 years. He should have been stripped.
Charlo.
How can you not strip? He should have been
Then he got in
stripped.
that accident in
They stripped
91.
him right
and
away.
then they stripped,
You got to strip the guy at the time.
You talking about stripped? So what, Jim?
No, there's a title. Somebody needs to be fighting for that title.
Did they strip Canelo when he
Huh?
was fighting at 170 and holding 168 belts hostage? No. Come on, he's been fighting, all over the place, jumping
threw a
weight
curve at him.
Come
You
on.
threw a
Canelo
curve
was
at him.
never in Western Sight, first of all. I mean, you can't have the belt in a straight jacket, too. You can't do it, Lou.
Chill. Come on, man. Oh.
Thoughts on so you think he's going to blow him out of the water?
Oh, he'll make him quit. He'll make him quit.
He's scoring
man.
12.
Do you like the fact that he's fighting this Charlo?
Well, he got to fight somebody. He got to fight
Jim
somebody.
doesn't care. He's a Canelo fan.
He got to
Would
fight
you rather
somebody.
see this fight, or I'll give you a few because you're the Canelo guy. This Charlo or Benavidez?
Who, David?
Yeah.
The guy that don't deserve it? No, he don't deserve it. He won a belt.
But this Charlo does.
If
Charlo deserves
if
it.
Benavidez won a belt, he got to go 175, and he won't go 175.
Okay, wait a minute.
So he can keep on crying.
John Ryder deserved to fight against Canelo.
Well, Canelo,
and
I already
this
told you
Charlo,
all the undefeated fighters Canelo fought. This is his 21st.
The last 2 he fought weren't undefeated.
This is his 21st world champion that he's fighting. No, David Benavidez
and
don't deserve it.
Jermell Charlo deserves this fight.
You got to fight somebody. You guys seem to like it. PBC seems to like it.
No, I'm not crazy about it.
Close.
It was
Close.
smart
No
as
matter
a fan.
no matter
As
who
a
he fights, you're
fan.
not going to be crazy about it.
As a
the
fan.
the man is one of the top 5 guys to ever lace it up.
No,
he's
fake
making
news. That's not true.
3-fight deal. He's getting $100 million.
That's a good business
In Wilder's
deal.
whole career, he only made $30
Jim,
million.
Okay,
you don't know
let
how
me
much
ask you
he
this.
made.
I looked
We're
it
not
up.
talking about
He
Wilder.
I'm just saying.
Why are you
There's
so
a
obsessed
guy-
with that man?
This man, listen,
You're
he's
obsessed
getting
with Wilder.
$100 million for the next 3 fights.
That's good for
Wilder's
him.
whole career,
Jim,
he
we're
only
not
made
talking
$30
about
million.
Wilder.
Exciting. Wilder or Canelo?
Wilder.
Pardon me?
I'd
way
watch
more
Wilder
exciting.
any day over Canelo. That's just me over Canelo.
Well, lately you ain't been able to see Wilder. Lately,
No.
Because Andy Ruiz
There's a
won't
guy
fight him.
out there who I won't
Anthony
mention
Joshua
his name.
won't fight him.
I won't mention his name. He's getting he has a show, getting $1 zillion. I don't get it. Somebody gets it. So who the hell am I? I'm just saying. I mean, to me, he's not entertaining. To me, he's not a big name. To me, the questions aren't like riveting. getting this.
Why does he get so much money?
I have
He
no
has a
clue.
following.
you.
He has a
Thank you.
following.
No,
like Wilder. Like
But
Canelo.
Wilder, wait a minute. Wilder with him. What do heavyweights? What do people want in heavyweights? Luther?
Knockouts.
Thank you.
Knockouts.
And the other thing, not only does Wilder knock you out, but he can go down too as with Tyson Fury. And what do you do?
He'll keep fighting. He'll keep
He ain't a
going.
dog.
He shows heart.
What's his record the last 4 fights?
But he's
Jim,
excited.
I'm just
listen.
asking.
He's
But you
excited.
said
How
he's
about the
the
last
greatest guy.
3 years? How about the last 3 years?
Wait. Let me ask you an honest question.
It's all about what you
What's his
think.
record the last 3 years?
Honest
All I
question.
You
know,
guys
he
won't
got an
answer my
exciting
question.
knockout in the
I'm
first
asking
round.
the fans don't know what's his record the last 3 years. You guys are talking
All I
about
know,
Wilder.
he's 1-0.
You guys
He's
are talking
1-0.
about Wilder when half his body didn't have tattoos on it. I'm talking about the Wilder now.
The Wilder now is 1-0. He just beat the ladies.
Let me ask you a question. Wilder, what's his, again, as a scout, pro scout, I was taught years ago, what can you hang your hat on this guy? Is he a power guy? Is he a speed guy? Does he have 5 tools? Is he a glove guy? What? Canelo. Or Wilder first.
Wilder, the greatest
Knockout.
right
Thank
hand
you.
maybe in history.
Okay.
Power.
Okay. Arguably. Canelo.
I say definitely.
Go ahead. Canelo, go ahead.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Wow.
What do you
still
like
trying to
about
figure it
Canelo
out.
so much?
Who was the guy I told you?
We're
to
asking
beat?
about.
I'm
Ask the
just asking
question. Can he ask you a
I'm
question first? Can
giving
you
him
answer it?
He likes to use analogies, and I'm learning from him. Who
come
was the
on,
guy I
Jim.
told you to beat Jack Dempsey?
Tunney.
There it is.
What?
That's Canelo. Gene Tunney.
You going back
Gene
100
Tunney.
years?
Well, you're not a historian.
Come, Jim,
I'm trying to teach you.
but
You
what
should
does
be
that mean?
taking notes when I talk.
You can't say why. What is the great attraction with Canelo?
Gene Tunney.
You just like his red hair? No. You just like his red hair? That's cute, Jim.
Talk a little bit about the fight. You think Canelo's going to win the decision?
I do think it's going to be hard to get a decision against Canelo. I think Mel Charlo is going to be laying everything. He has the greatest trainer in boxing right now. He's going for undisputed in 2 divisions. He's going to lay it all out.
If
He's
he
gonna lay it
wins,
all
if
again.
Charlo wins,
This is going to take him to another level. And that's why PBC signed him. Whoever beats Canelo takes his fan. Just
If
like
he wins, would he be the face of boxing?
he could be.
Canelo-
He's in my top 10. not in
Canelo
Jim's.
is Yosemite Sam. He's the rooting us, tooting us, shooting us. He gonna put
And
it
red
on,
hair.
Charlo.
And red hair like Yosemite
yeah.
Sam.
And I tell you what, the nut will probably jump in the ring and want to fight.
Listen, I think we're going to see Jamel Charlo.
that could bring out the other one. He could want to fight
He won't
once
have
he see his
mental
brother
illness,
get
yeah.
beat up.
And the money.
Yeah.
Listen.
He's taking one at a
I
time.
see Jamel Charlo doing a lot of boxing. We know Canelo doesn't like movers. And he's
So the style, you're saying the style.
Can I ask
think
you
he's gonna-
guys one
Derrick
question?
James is going to have him boxing
Can I
and
ask
moving
you
around
guys
the ring.
one question?
Canelo's going to come in there with a knee brace.
Can I ask you guys one question? You know I don't respect junior weight classes. 168 ain't weight
All you
class,
respect is
154.
heavyweights. All you respect is heavyweights and Canelo.
Everybody does. But
That's all you do.
if you're David Benavidez, don't you go to 175? There's guys that'll fight you.
Why?
He hasn't
He's
won the
number
belt.
one.
Huh?
He's number one.
Well, does
He's
he
the
got a
number one
belt?
content-
He gave up his belt. He threw his belt in the
He
garbage.
didn't throw it up.
He
He
didn't
didn't make weight.
Well, he
During
I
the
don't-
pandemic.
He
don't
lost
like-
on the scale twice.
Once.
Well,
Once. Get it right. It's once.
There's
It
two
was
kind
up.
of scales. But hey, and another thing, Wilder won 70-30 on Ruiz. That's why it ain't fight. He don't want to fight Ruiz.
Ruiz doesn't want to fight. When's
No,
Ruiz fought
would you
last?
take 30%?
He hasn't fought- he hasn't made a nickel.
He's going to make less when he fights anyone else.
30%.
He's going to make less
Right.
if he fights anyone else
He
other
was
than
a
Wilder.
champ before Wilder.
He was
In
a
other
champ
words,
he was a more
for a
recent
half a
champ.
second.
30%
And it was more
against
recent
Wilder.
than Wilder.
For 3
Luther,
months.
will you agree?
No, it was
30
not more recent than Wilder.
30%.
Yes, it was.
No, it
He
wasn't.
fought in September.
Yes, it was.
No! He lost to AJ the same year he won it. He won the belt
And-
in June.
and
lost
Wilder
it by
didn't have
December.
no championship
He did have a
then.
belt back then because they were talking about, hey, can we skip the Joshua rematch and do a unification?
Okay, maybe.
Come on, man. Don't
Well,
get
Ruiz-
out
Ruiz,
with
so you're
that.
saying
years
Ruiz
ago.
is 30% against Wilder would be more against
Anybody.
40,
Wilder only
50%
made
Anybody
30
else?
million in his whole career. His
Which I don't
biggest,
get.
Jim,
his biggest
stop.
payday
Jim,
was
Jim.
$8 million
I don't
against
get it.
Fury.
I gotta be honest
The
with you.
third
Now,
Fury
Jim,
fight.
stop, Jim.
I don't get it.
I ain't taking 30%
You just hate
of that.
Wilder. You just hate Wilder.
Yeah, Wilder.
Yes,
Wilder
thank
hates.
you, you finally
and
admitted
Wilder
it.
ain't fighting nobody because
He's trying to fight.
He's
trying to
doing
fight
that.
Andy
That's
Ruiz.
what Spence did
He's
for
trying to
years.
fight Anthony Joshua.
70-30. I'm the big fish.
All right. When we come back, our
There it
popular
is.
segment, Boxing Mailbags, come
You
on
better
back.
never see Wilder,
to the
Jim.
boxing,
I feel sorry
boxing
for you if you see it.
authorities. Come on back. Welcome back to the Boxing Authorities, our popular segment, Boxing Mailbag. Please continue to send your great questions and comments to boxingmailbag@yahoo.com. You are all a very important part of the show. Luther, Richard from Detroit. Does Montana Love have a shot to be a major star in boxing, and his best weight division?
His best weight division, I'll do that one first, is 140. I don't think he has a shot to be. I saw his last fight. He showed a lot of flaws. 140 is definitely better. He has more power, more speed. I like him there, but no, he won't be a champion.
All right. Smoking Jim, this is a comment. Antonio from New York City. No glasses either, look. Okay, you say the heavyweights now are the best ever. That's fine. Yes. But would you agree that the 70s, 80s, and 90s had more personality, which means more box office?
Yes.
We still have a few more minutes, so you can expound on that.
Yes, I agree.
Why is that?
Well, because they all took a page from Gorgeous George. That's how Muhammad Ali. That's where he got it.
But like Ernie Shavers, he had something to him. Kenny Norton had a look.
Ernie Shavers,
people liked him.
Kenny Norton just had a body. He had the body.
People liked him. He had a following.
He liked his body, like Jim. There was a lot of Gyms out there looking at his muscles.
Oh, you know what? Let me ask you this real quick. Norton against Big Baby. That might be a good fight.
Who?
Ken Norton against Big Baby Anderson.
Wow. Wow.
We should do that.
We know when the body competition. I say Norton.
So now you'd have to say Norton, Evander, and Big Baby.
Oh,
Who's
stop!
the most
Come on,
overrated?
man.
This is for me, Lee from Calgary, Canada. How did you meet and become friends with Donnie Lalonde? Okay, I sent a note to a company. I forgot the name of the company, but it was to. I know a lot of former athletes. And I wanted to connect these athletes to this company for speaking engagements, endorsements, product representation. So the guy said to me, "That's a great idea. Can you please connect with our sports director?" I said, "Sure." He said, "Donnie Lalonde." I said, "You mean the boxer Donnie Lalonde?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Geez, I'm a huge Donnie Lalonde fan." So he said, "I'll give you his email." So I sent Donnie an email. Donnie happened to be in Boston that time. And we connected, and that's it. You know, we became very, very close. And matter of fact, I made a damn mistake this week. Donnie's daughter, Bailey, has a art convention at Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn, right?
Okay.
And it's, WBC is doing I don't know if they're sponsoring or something along those lines. Cooney's there, Vinny's there, and Donnie Lalonde's there. I know. Donnie told me this back in June to come. And I put it off. I should have asked you guys. I messed up. I totally butchered that. Can you imagine if we'd have been there with Donnie, Vinny, and Jerry Cooney? Yes. I ran Barkley was there, but I screwed up. But
you talked to Claudio for 5 minutes. You're his best friend, man. That's
how
good he is.
And
he's a made man. Well, you don't buy anything. You don't buy food.
No, we weren't going to buy no art. But she's good. Bailey Lalonde's very
food,
good. Wait, who do you? We won't mention his name. This is a guy you call free food here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Comment. Yeah, you mentioned him, not me. Okay. Comment. Adam from Pittsburgh. People act as if celebs. Oh yeah, the celeb novelty fights just started. Alzado and Ali, Ali Inoki, Andre the Giant, and Chuck Wepner are very good. Those were iconic. Do you agree that those fights were better than today? I do. I would. Antonio Inoki and Ali didn't do great here, but it did fantastic in Japan.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant, Chuck Wepner, they weren't like great fights, but they were entertaining.
Yeah.
Ali Alzado. Ali turned it up once Alzado started hitting him a little bit too hard. He told him, "Hey," and then Ali opened up.
Fight.
No, your thoughts on those fights compared to the celeb fights today?
Yeah, I mean, because you had big names, Ali, you had Andre the Giant, all these guys. Yeah, they were more attraction. Now you got YouTube stars, or social media TikTokers. So I definitely go back in the day to those guys.
Well, all he only did is spend more time with his mistresses.
Chill, stop.
All right.
You love hating on us. Scratch that from the tape.
What do you always say before Steel City?
Disclaimer. Those are Smoking Jim's words, not me or Claudio's.
All right. Well, as always, we hope you enjoy our show as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Boxing Authorities.